What's up everybody, Sean Torbati, Ambrosia Collective. I'm gonna show you in the next 2 minutes my new Twix ice cream recipe featuring the C.T. Fletcher signature series of Planta chocolate caramel candy bar. All right, this recipe really couldn't get any easier. To start with, I'll go through the ingredients that you're gonna need. Almond milk, and you can use any of your alternate sources of milk or regular milk if you want. Cashew, almond, macadamia nut, they all work just fine. I'm using almond because it's what I have on hand. You'll need a large cup full of ice. This is xanthan gum. You can get this at pretty much any grocery store, or if not, online on Amazon or a natural food store. It's a thickener, a natural thickener. This is the actual Planta. I just have it already portioned out. Sea salt, and then toppings we'll get into at the end. These are all the things that you'll need to make the ice cream. It's very simple. It's very calorie and macro friendly. The end recipe is gonna have 22 grams of protein, only 3 grams of carbohydrate, and 2 grams of fat. It couldn't really get any leaner, and it literally comes out like ice cream. Let's get started. I'm gonna put about half of my base. I have 8 ounces poured out. I'm gonna pour about half of it into the blender. I have a Vitamix, but if you don't have one, don't sweat it. You don't have to have a Vitamix. You can use any blender. I'm gonna put my protein powder in next. This is 2 scoops in this case, because I'm making 2 portions, so I always like to have one now and one later. And I'm gonna put my ice. And you'll put way more ice than you would put if you were making a smoothie, because we want this to turn into ice cream. So it's gotta have a lot of ice. I'm gonna use about a half of a teaspoon of the guar gum, or xanthan gum in this case. It's a thickener, again, it's a natural ingredient. If you use a lot of it, it can cause stomach upset, but we're using a tiny little bit and you won't have any side effects with that. Then sea salt. Why sea salt? This allows it to have a colder mixture. It's a key ingredient in making ice cream. Sea salt. You're gonna put it in there and it's gonna allow it to get colder when you're blending it, keep it colder, and get that ice cream texture. It's like a secret ingredient. This and the xanthan gum. I'm gonna put a little, probably about a teaspoon worth. And no, it does not taste salty. It complements it perfectly, the chocolate caramel. Put that in there. I'm gonna give it a little blend to start. And then what I like to do is give it a little mix, just to try and disperse the ingredients a little better, because this is supposed to be thick. It's the only way to get the ice cream texture. If you add too much liquid, you will not achieve that ice cream texture. It'll be more like a smoothie. And you guys aren't gonna believe when you see the finished product, it literally looks like ice cream. So I'll close it back up again. That's the ice cream test. If you can hold your blender like that, you have ice cream. If you can't, you don't have ice cream, you have a smoothie. All right, so you take your ice cream, and of course you're gonna want a topping. For that, I like to use Snack House Puffs. It gives it that crunch, a little bit of extra protein without adding any extra carbs and fat. So the perfect topping for the Planta Twix bar ice cream. Give that a shot. Let me know what you think. Comment below if you want more recipes.